Welcome everybody. Welcome to Adobe InDesign Live. My name is Terry White, and it's my pleasure to be streaming to you live on this Thursday afternoon or Friday morning or Thursday night, depending on where you are in the world. All right. Looks like we're up and running. Good, good, good. And I can see all your wonderful comments. Welcome everyone. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm just going to take a few minutes today to talk to you about creating interactive, or maybe creating an interactive document that you may not have thought about as a use case before. As you know, InDesign CC has this great feature called Publish Online. I was thinking about it the other day, not that I'm looking for a job, but I was thinking about it. Yeah, it'd be a good use for a resume for that. If you wanted to just add a little bit more punch, a little bit more pizzazz to your resume and you wanted to send it to a specific client, you could really customize it for the job you're applying for, or for the, I shouldn't say client, for the job you're applying for. Or maybe it is a client. Maybe you're trying to just reach a certain market, certain business person, certain industry, and you want to just, instead of sending like a PDF or a paper resume, you actually want to send them something cool. So one of the ways of doing something like that is with Adobe InDesign CC. So let me get my screen cleared up here. I just want to close a document that I'm not going to use. Save that, and then we'll pop over to InDesign so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me go back to InDesign. And just pull it up in the window so you guys will be able to see it. Good. Okay. So, and hello from all the people all over the world that I didn't say hello to earlier. I see people from the UK, Mexico, Kenya, Slovakia, Denmark, and hell, hello as well. So welcome everyone, and I see people over there as well, and so glad to have you all here. So let me pop over to my computer so you guys can see what I'm doing. And now that I'm on my computer, let me just raise my InDesign window up a little bit more. So that way I'm not cutting anything off the bottom. Okay, cool. So now I've got InDesign CC open. I haven't done anything in it yet. As you can see, I don't even have a document open. And of course, you can do this whether you use the method I'm about to use or you have an existing resume already. If you have an existing resume already, you're all set. You can just open up the resume and then do what I'm about to show you. But if you don't have an existing resume, like you're just starting literally from scratch, then you can do this. You can go up to your File menu now in InDesign CC, create a new document, and you will get this new document window whether you had InDesign open or you opened InDesign for the first time. You're going to get this document. And I've already got the template in my recents because I opened it earlier to check it out. I hadn't looked at it before, but we're going to show you where that is so you'll be able to find it. So InDesign CC, the latest update, now has all these free templates you can use as part of your Creative Cloud membership. So if we go to print, which I think is where I found it, that will take me over to the print tab, and it shows me proposals, book jackets, magazine layouts, food magazines, resume and cover. So there's one right there. Actually, that's cooler than the one I was going to use. But here's a color block resume and cover. And the one that I had saw earlier before I saw that one was just a basic resume and cover. So you can use either one as your starting point. I actually think this one's kind of cooler. It's a little bit more colorful, and I like the photo on it. So I'm going to go ahead and download that one too. And you can download any of these that you want, as many as you want. They are free to download. So I'll download that one. Once you download it, it's a one-time download, then it saves it in your Creative Cloud for you to be able to use from now on. All right, so I can open that one. Let's go ahead and open it. And then, like I said, it then just proposes all the fields that you would go in and make changes to. And this one has the cover letter. Let's see, it's got a cover letter. It's also got some graphic design fields here, so you can put in like samples of your work, because this would be more for a graphic designer. So this is a great template as well. I like this one, but I'm going to go to the basic one because it'll be a little easier rather than me having to clear out some of this stuff to show you what I'm going to do. but you could use either one or use your own. So let's go back to new document. Let's go ahead and open up the basic one. Yeah, you need to download InDesign. Why not? Let's open up the basic one, which is a little less, designed. I'll put it that way. This is more basic. So it's got the cover letter. It's got the resume. It's got another cover letter and another resume. So I don't know, for some reason, this one has 4 pages, 2 of which look like they're the same. I'm not sure why this template has that, but that's the great thing about a template is that you can change it to your liking. So for example, I could go in and say, you know what, I don't really need, oh, I see. Now I see why it has both. It has the US letter size and the A4 size. There was a reason. So if you're outside the United States, then chances are you're going to use the A4 size. If you're inside the United States, you'd use this one. So of course, I don't need the A4 size. I'm going to go ahead and delete those pages just out of my copy, not out of the template. They'll still be there. And now that all makes sense. Okay, so now I've got the cover letter and I've got my my resume page. And of course, you would go in where it says your name. Obviously, you'd want to put in your name. Here, let me see if that's on a layer that's locked. Let me go to my layers panel. And I see my text layer. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I see what they've done here. All right, I'm just trying to see where these things are. Got text layer, they've got graphic elements. Just trying to see how this one's built because I've not looked at this template before. But you would go in and make changes to the items that are here. Let me just turn some of this off. Okay, so that's that stuff. Again, just going through and figuring out what they've done here. I'm not sure where, oh, that must be, you know what? I know why I can't get to it because it's on the master page. Let's go to the master pages. And that's where this stuff is. Okay, so I'll go in and change the name. Makes sense because then you'd only have to type it once and it would be on all the pages. And for profession and job, I'm going to just say product evangelist. All right, so now that we got that, go back to the regular page. And see, now it's on that page and it's on the second page as well. So good idea putting that stuff on the master page. Next, now I can go ahead and take care of the things that I want to change. Now, this is the standard basic cover letter. It's about, it even says, use this section to do a quick introduction about you and why you'd be suitable for the job, put your contact information in, and then you talk about the position that's advertised within the company and who it's going to and so forth and so on. And of course, in a normal world, you'd keep all that and you still can. But I'm gonna delete some of it for the sake of this example. I'm gonna say, you know what? Rather than type this out for Mr. Smith, I'd rather tell Mr. Smith exactly what I do. So I'm gonna delete that. And I'm gonna do the interactive part of this is what's better than having someone have to read anything than you actually physically telling them. You do that with a video. So we can go up to our file menu. We can come down to place, and I just happen to have a welcome video. Now it's the welcome video for my YouTube channel. I didn't really make a new video for this stream, but I can go ahead and open up that video, and I can go ahead. Now, if I drop it in here, it's going to try and drop it in the frame. So I'm going to come outside the frame a little bit and drag it as a new element, so then I can move it around and put it where I want. So there it is, and like most videos, they pick the absolute worst looking poster frame from the video. So obviously I don't want that to be their initial impression of me, is that my eyes are half closed. So worst possible poster frame, let's fix that. You can do that without having to go back to a video editor. You can go to the media panel, right inside, I keep wanting to say Premiere Pro, right inside InDesign, and you can play the video. And once you play the video, you can actually stop it on a better poster frame. And you can say, yeah, use the poster frame from that spot. In other words, don't use the one that makes me look sleepy and tired. use the one from this particular video. So next, or I should say one more thing. If you want to make a custom one, if you want to design one in Photoshop that's got the perfect picture on it, your name, maybe a little bit of information about you, maybe that stuff that would be in the About section, you can make a custom poster frame, and instead of saying use a poster from the current frame, you can say choose image. That'll bring up your file system, and then you can go get the image that you made in Photoshop or Illustrator and make that the poster frame. So that's the frame they see before they actually click to play the video. Now, of course, you can have a controller. We will want a controller for this. I'm going to say skin overall and show the controller on rollover. And that way they'll see it. Now, what I probably don't recommend, and this is up to you. Since it's going to be interactive on the web, this one example may be okay, but usually I don't have videos play automatically. That's up to you though. So if I said play on page load, that would mean when the minute they launch my link, the video would start playing. And sometimes that could be, especially with sound, that could be a no-no. You don't want someone's speakers to start blaring with you talking and they weren't expecting it. So I usually don't have things play automatically. But that's it for the video. So we've got a video in there. Now the next thing I noticed up here, let's zoom in a little bit. We've got the ability to have, of course, you can put in your information, which streets, your phone number, your email address. Well, you've got, of course, my website is terrywhite.com. And instead of them going to having to type that in, since it's going to be interactive, why not let them be able to click on it and go right to my website from my cover letter? So I can actually highlight that. I can bring up the hyperlinks panel in InDesign, and I can go ahead and just put in that hyperlink. And it will go ahead and make that an active link. And it even gives me a little green dot because InDesign in the background went and checked to make sure that URL actually does go somewhere and I didn't mistype it. Now I could have mistyped it, but at least that URL is active somewhere. Now you could, in theory, do the same thing for your email address. So I could say my email, I could make a new link for that. I don't know, I don't think I've ever tried this in InDesign, but let's see if we can do a mail to. I've never tried this before, but it would be mailed to you at yourdomain.com. And if you do it that way, it even gives me a little envelope, so that does work. So you can do email links, hyperlinks in InDesign as well. So that way, when they click on it, it brings up their email program so they can send an email right back to you. And heck, while we're at it, let's see if this works. I haven't tried this either in InDesign in a while. What if we want them to actually be able to dial the phone from this? So we can copy that, and that would be TEL for telephone, and then your phone number. And that doesn't work, okay, because that gave me a red dot. So telephone link won't work, but the mail and regular web link will. All right, so and you can even give them a Google map to your address if you want to do that by making that a hyperlink. So obviously everything in your resume can be hyperlinked. You can add videos. Well, what else? What else can we do to make this interactive? Well, we could go back to the master page. Let's go back to the master page in my pages panel. And once I bring up my pages panel, we have this one item on the master page where we could actually have that do something as well. So let's say, for example, we're going to take the black box, which you can make it whatever color you want. But we're going to go to the animation panel. This is all built into InDesign. I'm not doing anything extra. This is all here already. And in the interactive panel, I could choose a preset that says, I want that to, I just want it to fade in. So I just want it to fade in. There it is. And it shows me a little preview of what that might look like. I can also preview it to see what it would look like in a preview window as well. So show me that spread. Oh, preview for master page is not supported. Okay, I wonder if interactive features are supported. Oh, we'll find out in a second. Let's go back to the regular page and see. And let's preview it here instead. And let's preview this page. This page should work. And yep, it faded in. Okay, so that works. So now that I know that that works, well, I want to do something with a type. I can go to the animation panel again. And once I'm in the animation panel, I can choose another preset. For example, I can have it fly in from the top. And I can also have the little rule there. I can have that just fade in as well. And then I'll have the product evangelist fade in as well. All right, so we're flying in the name, we're fading in everything else. And because I did it in the order I wanted it in, it's actually going to do it in that order. Yeah, it will definitely make you stand out. So you're probably typing that to a different person, looks like Olga. All right, so let's go back to our pages panel. Let's go back to our first page. And now let's preview the whole thing. So media panel, sorry, preview. And it'll build it, show it to me. Black fades in, my name drops down, the bar fades in, product evangelist fades in, the video's ready to play. So you now have an interactive cover page complete with hyperlinks that you can click on, things you can do right here in InDesign that the next person is not going to have, the next person that just sends in a PDF. All right, so now what else could you do? Well, pretty much from there, it's rinse and repeat. When they go to page 2, it's going to fade in the same things because they're on the master page and they're already set to animate. You could actually animate in each section. You can create rollovers and buttons for things to pop up or pop out as they roll over each thing. You can have little videos that play for each experience or each thing. You can have testimonials. You can have audio files. So if you said, you know, you got a nice testimonial, maybe you don't have it on video, but you have an audio file from a customer or someone you've done work for before, you can have those elements as clickable testimonials that play inside your resume. You would just place them and then use the button panel, which is right there. Use the button panel to create buttons to activate those items. So if it's a sound, you just activate it. It's a video, it's already going to be there, and they just tap on it to play. So this will take you to the next level as far as your resume is concerned in getting people to see, yeah, it might not have, Rich, it might not have worked because of a ballot format. Could be. Rich is saying about why the phone number didn't work. So let's go back and try that. Let's go back, because he's saying that looked like an international number with the 0 in front, because it is. Let's try it with a standard phone number. Here, we'll just do that as the link, but we'll go ahead and put in a regular phone number for tel because someone suggested this. All right, so we'll try without the 1-248-555-1212 and see if that works. Nope, still didn't work. We'll try it with the 1, and if that doesn't work, then it just doesn't work with phone numbers. Or I'm not giving it the right syntax. Still didn't work. Okay, so I tried it, didn't work. Thanks. Good suggestion though. All right, so with that said, now that we got it all interactive, and again, you just keep adding more things that you want to interact, people to interact with, what do you do next? How do you get this online? How do you get people to be able to see it and be able to interact with it? Well, all the way in the upper right-hand corner of InDesign, there is a button called Publish Online. It's built in right there on the control panel. If you didn't see it on the control panel, you should have it under the File menu, Publish Online. So either place, once you do a Publish Online, it'll bring it up. And since we haven't saved it, it's going to come up untitled. But you would save it first, and then you would say, Terry White Resume. Resume Resume. All right, so all the pages, make it a single export. You can even say allow the viewers to download a PDF version so they can keep it. And yeah, if you didn't, well, do I want them sharing it with others? Maybe. You can either say turn off the share options or leave them on. And then once you're ready, just hit publish. And what will happen is it will create an HTML file of this document and host it with Adobe as part of your Creative Cloud package and give you the link to it to share with others. So there, it's done. So now if I were to copy the link, which I will, it's on my clipboard, I can share it with Facebook, Twitter, or email, or just, I have the link, I can share it any way I want. I can view the document in a web browser, and that will bring up my resume, complete with the animations that we see now, and the video, which I can play, which starts off with that bad frame, but there we are. And it's playing the video, I hear the audio, which you may or may not hear. And of course, I've got the link, which takes them to my website, and I like that it opens it up in another page. That all works, and of course, if they want to jump to page 2, they can either scroll or click the page 2 icon and go from there. So page 2 gets the same animations, and page 2 would have the same links that I would put in and any other interactive elements. So with that said, you've now got right in InDesign where you can go create a regular resume that you would always create, but if you want to take it to the next level for a specific interview, specific job, specific opportunity, publish it online, send them a link. That way they get an experience that most people aren't going to give them, that's customized for them. You can even talk to them in the video. Talk about why you should have this job, why you'd be better at it than anyone else. And it just raises your status up a notch. I know if someone sent me a link like this and I was, I had a job opening, I would certainly be a little bit more interested in this candidate that took time to do this than the PDFs or paper resumes that I would get from everyone else. So think about it. You've got the ability to do it. If you've got InDesign, you can even do InDesign with a trial for those of you who are not Creative Cloud members, and build your resume real quick and send it out. All right, so let me see if I missed any questions there. I don't see anything on that screen. Let me go over to this screen, make sure I didn't miss anything. I see comments. What program does the recipient need to view the interactive? A web browser, that's it. Just a web browser. It's HTML5, so they don't need anything else but their web browser. We already did that. What do you save it as? You were jumping ahead. You publish online when you're done. And yep, Olga, that's right. It will make you stand out more. And I think that's it in terms of questions. All right, lots of people sharing this. Great. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I think I got all the questions I see. Someone asked about typekit syncing. Not sure what you're referring to. So I'm not sure if you're meaning in terms of your resume or publish online or something else. So post the question about your font syncing there, and we'll try and get back to it after the stream. All right, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. And by the way, today's the last day to catch at adobelive.com to catch the 3-day stream. This is day number 3. They'll be on for about another 3.5, 4 hours doing graphic design. So you can jump in on that one. You can watch them do graphic design, learn things, ask questions at adobelive.com. 3-day stream happens every other week. So this is the week it's happening. Won't be happening next week. Will be happening the week after at adobelive.com. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every other week. Today's Thursday, last day. Go check it out at adobelive.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the page here at Adobe InDesign. Go like the Creative Cloud page where I stream. Go like the CC Design page where I stream. Go like the Lightroom page where I stream. Go like the Terry White page where I stream. Go like all the Adobe properties because we're streaming there regularly. If you like video, if you want to get more into the video, go like the Premiere Pro page, the After Effects page, and the video and audio page. I think there's one for that as well. So go like all those pages on Facebook to catch these streams regularly. And of course, the CC YouTube channel, which is where Adobe Live runs and where we also stream on Mondays and Fridays when Adobe Live is not happening. So cheers, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.